morning my dear students. Today we are going to discuss about a new lesson, that is soil. See, before going to start that lesson, what do you mean by the soil? Here, soil is the uppermost layer of earth crust in which plants grow. It is called as the soil. It is the soil. It is the uppermost layer of the earth crust in which plants they are growing. So this is we can consider as the soil. Here, soil is the outer loose layer that covers the surface of earth. Then soil is an inseparable part of our life. Soil we can consider as it is one of the important part of our life. It is the medium of plant growth. So soil it is the one of the medium for the growing of plants. It supports the growth of plants by holding the roots firmly. So soil will support the plants by holding the roots. It also supplies water and nutrients to the plants. Soil will also support the nutrients, water and minerals to the plants. Soil is essential for the agricultural. Okay? It is very essential part in our life. It is very important for the agricultural process. What does the agricultural process it will provide us? It provide the food. Okay, and clothing. How clothing it will be used? As we discussed in the fiber to fabric lesson, cotton plant and jute plant they are growing in the soil. They will be giving us different varieties of the fabrics. Okay. Next it is the shelter for all. As we know, buildings, roads, schools, all they have constructed on the soil only. So soil it is one of the shelter for all living organisms. Next, the importance of the soil is that is habitat for the many insects and the other organisms. Here, soil it is one of the habitat. Soil it is one of the habitat for the many organisms and insects. Let us discuss how. It is the home for many microorganisms, for example, bacteria, fungi, earthworms, ants, termites, insects and rodents. As we have seen that during the rainy season, earthworm it will be come out from the soil. And also, it is some of the bacteria also it is living in the soil. As we have discussed, that is rhizobium bacteria. It will live in the roots of the plant. So roots of the plant they are present in the soil, right? So next, fungi also they are living with the ants, termites, insects and rodents. Rodents is nothing but like mouse. So these are also living in the soil. It is a habitat for the most of the organisms and the insects. Storage and the filtration system for surface water. Soil it is one of the storage and the filtration system for the surface of the water. As we know, soil it is having the different layers. It will be filter the rainwater and it will be stores the rainwater at a certain level. So, soil store and filter water from the dust, chemicals and other contaminants as it moves downwards through many layers of soil. So, when the water it will be moves many layers of the soil it will be filters the most of the pollutants, some chemicals, dust and other contaminants as it will move downwards into the layer of soil. Next one, thus provides plant with the clean unpolluted water needed for the plant. Okay, by filtering the water, it will be providing a clean unpolluted water to the plant's growth. And also, soil it is base material for roads, homes, buildings, and other structures set up on them. It is one of the base material. As we know, on the soil only we are constructing the different varieties of the buildings, roads, homes. Okay, it is a base material in which these structures, different structures, they will be set on them. Yes, now we will discuss about the formation of the soil. So, up to here we have came to know what is the importance of the soil. Then, how does the soil it will be formed? Here, soil is formed when the rocks break down into smaller particles by the action of the rainwater, winds, ice, plants' roots, temperature and the climatic condition of the place. This process we are considering as the weathering of rocks. soil it will be formed by the process, that is by the weathering of rocks. How does the weathering of rocks it will be occurs? Rocks they will be break down into small particles by the action of the rainwater, winds, plants root, temperature and the climatic conditions of the particular place. So depending upon these conditions, the rock it will be break down into smallest particles, fine particles. So this phenomenon we are considering as the weathering of the rocks. Okay. Next, weathering is a very slow process. It takes thousands of years for the huge rock turn into small fine particles. And it is one of the slowest process in which the huge rock it will be break down into small particles. It will take thousands of years to convert the huge rocks into small fine particles. I have observed there are different types of the soil. Okay, how does the soil, the different types of the soil it will be occurs? The nature of the soil depends upon the rock from which it is formed. So we might have observed that sand particles, block soil, red soil, like the different varieties of the soil we can observe. How they have formed is depending upon the type of rock. The type of rock from which it is formed. Okay, depending upon the type of rock, the soil it will be formed. The nature of the soil it will be depending upon the type of rock in which it is formed. Okay, this rock is often called as the parent rock. Now we will go on to the next concept, that is soil profile. Before going to discuss about this concept, just we will do one of the activity, that is activity 9.2. Okay, now we will do activity 9.2. You have to take some quantity of soil in a cup. Later, you have to pour some amount of water to it. After few minutes, now you have to observe the different layers formed in the tumbler. Okay, this is the gravel. Gravel is nothing but the largest particle of the soil. Okay, so this is the sand. This is the sand, and here it is a clay. This is the water. See, uppermost layer that is having the rotate part of the leaves. So these we can consider as the humus. These are the layers of the soil. Soil it is having the different layers. Next, the rotting dead matter in the soil we can consider as the humus. The rotting dead and decayed matter of the soil we can consider as the humus. Soil is composed of the distinct layers. Okay? In the activity, as we have observed that it will be forms a distinct layer. Soil it is composed of the distinct layers. Okay, these layers are referred as the horizons. So these layers we can consider as the horizons. Okay, A horizon, B horizon, C horizon, and a bedrock. Like the four types we can consider the layers of the soil we can consider as the horizons. Soil profile is the vertical section of the soil which depicts all the layers of the soil. Soil profile is nothing but the vertical section. Okay, this is horizontal and this is the vertical section. The vertical section of the soils, as we have done in the activity. So we are obtaining the different layers of the soil in a vertical section. Each layer differ in a feel, color, depth and a chemical composition. See, what we have observed, these layers, they are very distinct from one another. In a feel, if you touch the soil, we are getting some part of the soil it is smooth and some part it might be hard. Okay, and the color, depth and the chemical composition. So as we move on downward direction, soil it will be having the different layers. We will discuss about the layers of the soil, that is A horizon, B horizon, C horizon and the bedrock. So what are the uses of each horizon? Now we will discuss. That is, now we will discuss first, that is the A horizon. So A horizon we are also calling as the top soil. Okay, here uppermost horizon, A horizon it is the uppermost horizon, that is top soil we can consider. Okay, uppermost layer of the soil we can consider as the top soil. Okay, generally dark in color as it is rich in humus. What do you mean by the humus? Humus is the organic component of the soil formed by the decomposition of the plants and animals remains by the soil by the use of the microorganisms. So this is we can consider as the humus. Topsoil generally it is in dark in color because of the presence of the humus and minerals. Okay. Next, the humus makes the soil very fertile because of the presence of rich amount of humus in the topsoil. It will makes it very fertile. Okay, and provides nutrients for the growing of plants. This topsoil it will providing the nutrients for the growing of plants. Next, this layer is generally soft, porous and retain more water. Topsoil layer is generally soft and porous. Porous is nothing but it is having the holes. Means when you pour the water on the topsoil, it will be easily moved. Okay, and it can retain the water more. It can retain the more amount of the water. This provides shelter for many organisms such as bacteria, earthworms, okay, rodents, like that. For many organisms, it will be providing topsoil. It will be providing shelter. Next one, the roots of small plant are embedded entirely in the topsoil. The roots of the small plant they will be present in the topsoil. Okay, this is all about the topsoil and nature. What is the use of the topsoil we have discussed here. Okay, topsoil also we can consider as the A horizon. Now we will move on to the next horizon, that is B horizon. B horizon also we are calling as the middle layer of the soil. Okay, it is made up of slightly bigger rock particles than that of the topsoil. B horizon it is made up of the bigger particle than that of the topsoil. This horizon has less amount of humus but more of the minerals than that of the top layer. So B horizon it is having the less amount of the humus but as compared to the topsoil it is having the more amount of the minerals. This horizon is often less fertile than that of the topsoil. Horizon B is less fertile as compared to the topsoil. This layer is generally harder and more compact. B horizon it is generally hard in nature and more compact. The roots of tall plants reach this level. The roots of the tall plants, trees, they will be reach the B horizon. Okay, this is all about the B horizon nature and its importance of the B horizon. Okay, now we will move on to the next type of the layer of the soil, that is the C horizon. C horizon it is the third layer of the soil. It is made up of small lumps of the rocks with cracks and crevices. Okay, C horizon it is made up of the small lumps of the rocks with the cracks and crevices. Here crevice is nothing but breaking of the walls or rocks. We can consider as the crevice. Last layer of the soil, that is the bedrock. Bedrock it is the last layer of the soil. We can consider as the bedrock. It contains the large pieces of the rocks. Okay, it is very hard in texture. Bedrock it is commonly very hard in nature. It cannot be dug with the help of the spade. So bedrock we cannot dug with the help of the spade. Spade it is one of the material which is used specially to dig the soil. Here we have discussed about the soil and its importance, formation of the soil. Okay. Later we have discussed about the soil profile. In soil profile we have discussed about the different layers of the soil and their nature and uses. That is A horizon, B horizon, C horizon and bedrock. About these all we have discussed what is the nature of each layer of the soil and what is the use of the each layer of the soil. Thank you.